What a load of SHIT. YouTube, you really messed up, didn't you? What a load of rubbish. YouTube, what a load of rubbish. Can't even make the flipping thing work when I transition. I was transitioning previously from the phone to the computer without any problems, and they keep messing it up. Now I've got to go on the flipping Ubuntu to start it because I can't even get this thing on my phone. I cannot get the YouTube Studio Go Live menu system on my phone. It doesn't show up anywhere. I've looked everywhere. It doesn't come on my phone. I have to go on the virtual machine to do it. It won't work on XP because the browser's not supported anymore. Right, according to this, it's working. Right, I'm going to pause that now so it looks like it's working. I'm pausing the virtual machine at the moment because I can't use all that memory while I'm trying to live stream. Right. Okay, so it appears to be running. Let me just get my browser up. Sorry about all the noise. I'll sort that in a minute. Because I know it'll be when I've got my CPU throttled right up. It makes a lot of noise. I know. All this messing about just to go live, it's ridiculous. Having to use 3 devices, basically 3 devices. Oh, shut up. It says I'm live in 2 menus now. This is crazy. What? It says I've got 2 live boxes open. Well, I'm only live from 1 camera. Just a minute. I've got to throttle my CPU back down again, otherwise it's going to overheat on me. Let me just see if I can show you this on the camera. I don't know if you can see that, but it says I'm live here and I'm live here. That's ridiculous. That was when I was holding the phone and I tried to transition across to my other camera, which is this one, and now I've got 2 live things. Wow, this is stupid. It really is stupid. Right, let me just go back over here. Let me open that in a browser window. Stupid. It said, it gave me the option in the virtual machine to, well, in the YouTube Studio to continue the previous stream, which is what I selected. I actually clicked on continue previous stream and it went and duplicated it instead, which is really stupid. It said I've got duplicate stream keys. Yeah, what a load of rubbish. I don't. Right, let me just get rid of this noise. Oh, hang on. Oh, I know why. It said, it gave me the option in the virtual machine to, well, in the YouTube Studio to continue the... Right, I've muted myself on there now. Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising if I had a crash or something at some point as well, because this. Right, trying to get this lined up, camera lined up again. Right, so I've got a. Take all this lot off because I've got a. Take my scope off. It's frozen on me again. It appears to have frozen on me again. Stupid thing. Come on. Stop it. Is it working or not? Oh, because I've got a. It seems to be working, I don't know. Oh, put your hands over your ears a minute while I just let out the frustration. Ah! Right, that's me letting out my frustration. Right. That doesn't need to be on there anyway. Right, so I'm going to take all these this out of here and put it on the new stands. And I've got them flattened out now. Right, so my two stands, nice and flat. Well, not perfectly flat, but flat enough. Right, so I'm going to take all this. I'm going to slide this up and unhook it on the top section. Oh, my elastic bands, I need to take them off. Oh, I've got to unclip these. Take the elastic bands off here. So we're not fighting against elasticity. As I explained in the previous video, the reason for the extended stands is to give me an extra bit of room to actually put some extra coils next to the primary actuator coils, to give me a bit more room so I can actually adjust to fit more coils in. So when I lift this up, the assembly, we unhook it, the magnets are actually a bit stuck in there because I glued them a bit. Actually it's probably better if I leave it up there. Oh dear, come on out you bugger. Right, so I've got to unhook these out of here somehow. This is a bit tricky to do. I'm just going to lay it all down there. Take this core out in a minute. Oh yeah, I went and put end stops in the bottom there, so I've got to slide this all off. I didn't disconnect it all because I thought I could do this without disconnecting it all, but we'll see how we get on. So I have to slide these off. Right, that's one off. I'll stick the other one on. I've actually got some things on the runners to stop it from sliding off when I don't want it to, which is going to make things look a bit tricky, I think, to get them on. But once we're on, we're on. I'm hoping that these little adjustments, adaptations I put on aren't going to be a problem. But well, can I get it on this side first? No! I'm going to have to skim it off with my chisel or something. I've got too much on there. Let's take this other runner off. Oh, I can't get off that one. I've got to go up. Alright, get that up. Get that one off. Yeah, I went and put these little plastic things on it, if you can see them. Little, it's like a little end stop, but I was hoping I could ride up the top of that, but yeah, maybe not. Actually, the way to do that would be to just trim these a little bit on the end. I'm just gonna, little entry point, I'm just gonna trim them a little bit. Without cutting my hands off. Hopefully I can get this on there now. Oh, that came off all the way. That's all right. Let's see if I can get this started on the runner. I'm off camera now, aren't I? Once I get it started, there we go. So that worked. Yeah, it works. Look, the idea of these little plastic ribs at the bottom is that when this drops, it hits the rib and it doesn't fall off the runner. It's still on the runner, you see, look. And you've got to twist it slightly. Twist it very slightly to get it underneath. But if this is being pressed up against by the weight of the coils and everything, the idea is it stops on that runner, but you've got to bend it slightly to get it off, which is what it does now. So that works. I just had to trim a little bit off the end of the runner to make it work. Right, that one's on. I'm going to do the other side. Oh, I'll trim a little bit off the runner on here as well. It's when you're doing it in SketchUp, it's difficult to calculate how much of the runner needs to be trimmed back. So I left it. I thought I'll just trim it with a knife if I need to do, and that's what I'm doing. So I trimmed a little bit off there, just like a V shape on there. Well, not a V shape, but it's just a round in the corner basically. Right, I'll just. That's that one done as well, so we should be able to get oh, I need to do both ends actually, yeah, because I'm going to have to do both ends. Right, I need to do the other one as well on both ends. Right, so I've trimmed that off. Now this one should also there we go. Oh, it works. Right, I've got the bottom end on as well, so it doesn't run all the way off the end of the runner now. Did I trim that one? No, I didn't. I've got to trim this one as well on the top. Sorry, I'm not. My camera angle is pretty crap at the moment. I'm sorry. Right, so that goes on there. The tricky part is doing the top ones. I need to take them off. The big magnet ones, take them off a minute. Oh, the wires aren't long enough. Shucks. I'm going to have to. This is tricky to do actually with it all assembled, with the wires all connected and everything. I've got to get this top one on the runner. So about the camera angle again, I'm trying to do this as best I can. If I bend it slightly in, I'm on the runner, yay! Got to get the other one on the runner now. And my other coil's falling off, so if I stick these on the bottom ready, we should be, there we go, get these concentrics on the base section, we should be lined up. Oh, what have we done here? Oh, my coil's falling out, that's why. The coil is supposed to be underneath. Duh. It got moved. You're supposed to be underneath it. Duh. Right. I'll have to put the runner on last. Get that on there. Where's the... turn this around. Right, I need to get this on this runner now. It's tricky. I need to pull that out of there. Right. Ah, this is awkward. The whole thing's coming apart on me. Right, get that in there. We're on the runner anyway, something cracked, I don't know what that was. Hope it's not broken. Right. Get this. Oops. These coils are coming off. Run that down a bit. Get that lined up. At this, the way things are going, I bet you some wires are going to fall off. But I'm hoping not. Ah! You get in the hole there, right in the hole. The hole at the bottom. Get in. Got you. Right. Okay, how are we doing? We're not doing so bad. It's coming together slowly. We're on the runners, which is a good thing. Sort of cracked on one of them, but I don't know what it was. But it's actually, these runners are a lot better than the other ones. They're a lot tighter, snugger fit. Right, so I've got it all back on the assembly. Now I've got extra room on the runners to go up, so I can add some coils on my secondary stages right next to the actuation stages as well. So they're on. Let me just minimise my preview screen so I can see what's going on in case someone's in the chat, I don't know. I can't run the chat long because it eats all my memory. Something to do with this new Flash or something, or I don't know. They're doing away with Flash apparently. New pin chat, what? I don't want that anyway. Hide it. I can't really have the chat open, it'll crash my computer. And then my live stream will just stop. Make sure that's still working. I'm going to have to kill the stream anyway, because no, I mean the preview. I'm going to have to kill the preview because it's, my memory is disappearing on me. I'll just get rid of that preview window. I'm going to close my browser completely actually, because I don't want the stream to get messed up, because it's going to lag like hell if I don't. Right, so I've got it on the runners. Output coil there. I've got to make sure all my wires are still on, because with all this farting about, probably broke some wires somewhere. Those wires are on, those wires are on. Oh, look at that, all my wires are still on. That's a friggin' miracle. I was expecting to break some wires off. Right, so the new stands are on. Oh, that's because I was on the edge of the table. I was pressing it down, and at least the stands, I mean the stands are adjustable now, as you can see. So the idea is that, let's move this down a bit. Camera, I mean. Right, if I go and grab a couple of coils, hang on a minute. I'm not sure how many extra ferrite rings I need. If I stick a ferrite ring in there, you can't see me anyway, but these coils are pretty tight actually. I couldn't do this before because my runners weren't long enough, but the idea is to add some coils that I've previously done, wound for a different project obviously. Oh, these are so freaking tight. Well, what I'm going to have to do is, I'm probably going to have to do this off camera, because what I've got to do is make, oh, that one's not so bad, that one goes in, but what I've got to do is get some sandpaper out the middle because it's so tight. So, and I want to add some coils onto the top to test to see how much output I can get that are closely coupled to the concentrics and the actuator coils. The actuator coils are right next to the concentrics, so the idea is that secondaries are up here a long way away from the actuator coils, and by adding these and using these as secondaries close to the actuator coils, I want to see what effect or how much output I can actually get from the system there, but it might throw everything out of balance. That's the problem, it might throw it out of balance and it might not work. So I'll turn my camera around a bit. So I've got to sandpaper these so that them cores will go in easily, because I'm probably going to need two cores for each one of these. Now I've got two here, but I need two more, which I'm probably going to cannibalise out my rotary generator again. I actually put them back in before, when I had cannibalised them before, so I'd know where they were and wouldn't get lost. But at some point they're going to be permanently cannibalised and in here. I suppose I could preview this on my phone actually. Oh, it was my end, Ken. Alright. Preview on here actually on my phone. Let's see, YouTube Studio. Wait, preview on there. Live. YouTube Studio on the phone is a piece of crap. Look, don't even see that. Oh yeah, what the hell. In the menu system it does not show me as being live, even though I'm live. Piece of crap. What the hell? The app that for the phone is not showing me as live, even though I'm actually live. So YouTube Studio is rubbish. It doesn't show me as live anywhere on here. Yeah, I am live. What the hell? Videos. I'm clicked on the live tab. I'm on the live tab right now. You see, this is what I'm on about. YouTube Studio is a load of rubbish. This is supposed to be showing me when I'm live. I'm on the live tab, right? Can you see me live there? Nope. Let's get rid of YouTube Studio, right, which is what I've just said, CRAP. Let's click on my browser. See if browser, the browser that's youtube.com, and my user account, see if it shows me as live on here. Hang on a minute. Am I live on here? Yeah, it says I'm live on here, but YouTube Studio doesn't say anything like that. It says I'm live there, look. Right? It says I'm live. But YouTube Studio says this actually says I'm live twice. Right? Which is ridiculous, because I'm not live twice, I'm only live once. YouTube is broken. It is broken. Click on that. Right, so I should get up my... There we go, you can tell me. But YouTube Studio says this actually says I'm live twice. Right, which is ridiculous because I'm not live twice, I'm only live once. YouTube is broken. It is broken. Right, I'm just playing it back because... Right, so I should get up my... There we go, you can tell me. For YouTube Studio, right. Says I'm live twice, right, which is ridiculous because I'm not live twice, I'm only live once. YouTube is broken. It is broken. Right, I'm just playing it back. Right, I'm just going to get rid of this. Right, so I should get up my... I'll just put that away because it's driving me up the wall, but at least I know I'm live. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. I mean, all this crap that they've been doing to YouTube lately, it's just confusing. When you want to go live, you're not live, and then when you try to transition from one camera to another, you're live twice, but you're actually not live twice. Yeah, it's just not on. It's, oh God, I'm so frustrated. Why can't they just leave things alone? Fix it, then leave it alone, for God's sake. Stop changing it. Right, that goes all the way through now, look. The core, which is what I want. So I've got to sandpaper the other one because it's too tight. I can't get the cores in. That one's tight as well. See if these will go in. Yay! All the way through. I pushed the cord all the way through, so that's great. I need 2 cores per coil extra. Ah! God, that's tight. It wants to be a bit looser than that. Let's just check. This one was glued together, this core was. It's been broken at some point, so it might be misshapen, slightly misshapen, and that's probably why it's tight. Actually, let me just sand the outside. There was a bit of glue on there, that's probably why it was sticking. It's still tight. Right, I'm just going to sand this a bit more. You can't sand ferrite very easily, it's really hard. Which which one's the tight one? It's that one. That went all the way through. Check the other one. That one's the tight one. It is. That one is tight. Mind you, I glued that together, so it might be a fraction. Oh, I can't get it out now. Got you, nearly. Look at that. Oh, I've got my thumb stuck now. Right. I think if I get a different core, I'm going to have to get some, I'm going to need to get 3 cores out my generator, my rotary system. I'm going to have to nick 4 cores out of there. My robot vacuum started up, I can hear it trundling around in the kitchen. What's that come off? Oh, that's alright. Hang that over there a minute. Right, if I take, oh yeah, I'll get 4 cores out of these. I'm just going to nick 4. Actually, I want 3. Right, if I take, oh, don't say these are glued together, probably are. Just a minute, how many do I need? I'm going to stick that tight one in this thing here. Put it back in the generator because it's so frigging tight it won't even go in that one. I'll take these 2 out of here. What I can do is, if these haven't been glued together, the cores, oh, that one has been, I mean, if they were broken and I glued them together, I can usually melt them in acetone, but then I'd have to glue the cores back together again. I'm hoping I can split them with a knife. Let's see. First of all, are they going to, oh, actually, I don't even need to split them. Duh, just put them in. They'll be fine. I don't need to split them. They actually fit. No, I don't need to split them, just stick them in. Duh. Right. It's actually good that they're glued together. So, I can actually put them in, even though they're glued together, these 2. They'll go in. So, yeah, there we go. I don't need to split them. Good thing. Right, so I've got 2 cores in each one, and they're actually, because of the staggered arrangement in the generator, because the cores, I've got a core sticking out at the top and I've got a core recess at the bottom, because of the staggered arrangement, what I have to do is push them so that they're staggered here like that, so there's a recess at the top and there's a bit sticking out the bottom. The reason for them being staggered is so that they key together and lock like Lego, so that they don't slide out. So I staggered them so that I could get them to go in without falling out, so that I could actually get a better interface. Right, so this one looks cockeyed. What the hell? Why is it cockeyed? Why is it cockeyed? Ooh! What the hell? Why is it? It was, when I pushed it in, it was like at an angle like that. Well, I'm exaggerating it, but it was at an angle. Let me just see if it was. Oh, I know why. It's because this isn't glued together perfectly. Aha, right, so this one is, yeah, I have to split this somehow. Oh, these can be put in acetone and dissolved, because this one, oh, I don't know if I can. No, yeah, this one hasn't, oh, it has been broken. Yeah, this one has been glued together. So I'm going to try and split it without breaking the individual cores, because that's why it was cockeyed looking. If I can get my knife in there. Oh, got yeah! Yay! I was able to split it. That's a relief. So now, luckily I didn't cut my finger off. So I should be able to stick these in now. They shouldn't be cockeyed now. That's better. Fits a lot better. So now I should be able to. I need to turn this. Take that off there a minute. I need to turn this around. I need my elastic bands back on here actually. Just a minute. Give me tension. Where's the other elastic bands gone? They're down here. Oh, I'm hooked up. There we go. Right, so I'm going to turn this around this way a bit. Get this. So it's I'm trying to turn it so you can see it, but it keeps turning back on me. It's because these wires are a bit short. Let me just put the wires underneath. That should work. Stop turning on me, will you? Right, I've got the elastic bands on. Now I should, in theory, well, practically, should be able to. Oh, well, the cloths fell out. Robot vacuum's trying to escape the kitchen, so in theory I should be able to put them. Let me just lift this up, this top section up a bit. It's all elastic. Oh, I just realised I glued these on, so they're going to be a bit tricky to get off. I glued the coils into the top section so they wouldn't vibrate, and now I'm going to have a lot of problems getting them off now, unless I squirt some alcohol in there, which is what I should be able to do. So I'm going to have to tilt this thing on its back, upside, well actually reverse upside down, so I can get some alcohol and to loosen that general purpose glue, which isn't very strong anyway, but the alcohol won't do any harm to anything. It'll just melt that glue, which I need to soften. I hope it doesn't bring the Captain tape off. Right, can I get them off? I don't want to split my coils in. I don't want to rip my coils apart. What happened once, I'll just explain. Once upon a time I was pulling on the coils and the coil itself split in half, and all my wire just went bing, went everywhere, and I had to rewind the whole damn coil. Well, I'm hoping to God I don't go and do that. Obviously, mind you, there's rubber lining on these, so they shouldn't do that, but it could happen. I'm trying to wiggle that. Actually, the best way to do this is to get my screwdriver, lay this on its back, and get my screwdriver between the bobbin and the tops thing and prise it out, because the glue is, I can just about get there. Come out. It might just about do it. Ah, it's working. It's working. Okay, it's working. Right, squirt some more alcohol in there. And do the same with this one. I'll just get my screwdriver in. So you can't see a lot right now. I'm trying not to damage my wires. I'm trying to get on the back end of the flange. Remember what happened last time with the, I was explaining where the wire just, the bobbin split in half and the wires went everywhere? Well, I'm trying to avoid that. I'll use my knife, it's a bit thinner, I should better get that in. Yay! Now if I've got my knife in there now, can I get my screwdriver in? Yeah. Get more alcohol in there. I'm hoping I don't break my ferrite off the that I glued onto the steel laminations. I think it's coming. Right, I should be able to lift this up and get that coil. Ah, it's so freaking tight. I wouldn't put too much of that glue in, that's what I did. I'm going to use my nail file on the back. Got ya, I think. Not quite, nearly. It's loose, I can see it's loose, but I don't know if I... Right, well, let's lift up. Yeah! Yeah, that one's loose. It's definitely loose now. Alcohol's done its magic. You see, the alcohol melts that general purpose glue, but it doesn't do any harm to the ABS plastic. It doesn't touch that, but acetone touches that, so that's why I can't use acetone to melt the glue. Oh, that one's come off as well. Yeah, it's just the tension of elastic bands now. It's holding everything, pulling it all together. So if I lift this lot up, elastic bands are pulling it as well. If I can get this, pull the coils down. There we go. I lift this up, which is tricky. Elastic band's got a lot of tension on it. It's hard to hold it. bit more. It's better to have the tension than not to have the tension. To be or not to be. Right, so now I should be able to insert my other coils. Oh shucks, man, coils just fell out. Right, stick that in there. Oh, it's not high enough. Get in. There we go. It's in. That one's in. Get the other one. That one's in. Move them wires around the side so they go in them slots. I've got some little slots in the side, so that one wants to be rotated a bit as well. Right, now bring them together. Okay. Oh, together now. Okay, so I've got those other coils in there, which are going to be for testing purposes. I've got my wire still on. So a lot of fighting about, but it's going to be interesting to see what we get out of there. Right. So as you can see, we now have secondaries at the top. We have secondaries directly above the actuator input coils above. Now I had thought about putting some at the bottom as well, but I've only got 6 bridge rectifiers and they're all going to be fully occupied, so there's no point in putting extra coils unless I disconnect 2 of these other coils. I figured, well, let's just test with these 2 for now, see what we get. Oh, take that bit of blue tape off there actually, don't need that. So there we go, I've got the new brackets on. I've got my extra 2 coils on, which is what I wanted to do, which is something we can use to test. I'm just putting the elastic bands in the part where the maximum tension will hold this lot together, because right, so I can switch back to my phone in a bit, hopefully, so we don't have all this hiss, all this shh noise. I know it's horrible, it's annoying, but I need to get I need to build a preamp for this microphone, and I keep saying that, but yeah, it's just I've not got around to it. I mean, just think about the YouTube. The fact that I'm streaming is not really for my benefit, it's for other people's benefit. So it's mainly educational. Most of what I do is mostly educational anyway. I'm not doing it, I don't gain anything, I don't gain a penny really unless somebody donates. I don't make no money on YouTube, absolutely nothing. So everything that I do on YouTube is really just to help other people, really, because as I say, I used to work, just to give you a bit of background, because I suppose I haven't really talked about this very much, but I used to work in engineering back in the 70s, and later on I worked in electrical servicing in the 90s, and I've kind of evolved into an inventor, so oh, somebody commented, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a different thing. Right, what a difference these new things are. I mean, look how much difference there is on there. A lot longer. Oh, camera's a bit low, I suppose. A lot longer. And the new little bits I put on there stop that runner from sliding off work very well. Let's see. Right, I'm going to turn this around. Just got to check my wires haven't come off. Again, that's the sort of thing that can happen. Oh no! Guess what? This coil's the wrong way around. Something happened when I was this coil down here has got flipped around somehow. Oh no! Hang on, I'll stick this on the end. I think. Hang on a minute. Oh no! Wires come off. I told you that would happen. Oh, I ripped a wire off here. Shit! Sorry. Oh no! Right, so I'm going to turn this whole lot upside down because it's this end that's got messed up. So I'm going to put it this. Well, oops, my runners are running well. My runners run too well. I'll turn this whole lot upside down. I have to. Oh, yeah, it definitely worked. So this is this top section. I'm going to rip the wire off. So, oh no! And that coil somehow got flipped over. What the hell? Dang! And double dang! Drat! Muttley used to say on wacky races. Oh no, it wasn't Muttley. It was Desperate Dastardly or Dastardly. I don't know. I used to say drat and double drat. So I can't even do a test right now because I've ripped the wire off. So the elastic bands have got to come off again. Take this coil out a minute. How the heck did that get flipped over anyway? That's wrong. That one's upside down anyway. And it's glued on. How the heck? I'm going to squirt alcohol in that one now. Actually, I'm going to take this top section off. Well, I do this because it's easier. Right, so if I take this all off, and I can get to everything without the elastic bands fighting against me. Right, so that one somehow got flipped over, and I don't know how. Not this one, the other one. So that one is okay, but this one's not. Alcohol. I don't want to get on my ink because I've written on here that it's 2 millihenry, 204 turns of 25 SWG wire, 2.5 ohms DC, and if I get alcohol on the ink, it will all smudge. There's no wonder this wasn't working properly on this side. I wondered why this side was a bit weak. I've got the coil upside down. I'll try and bring the camera around. Yeah, this coil is upside down, and I was wondering why it wasn't working. It was working a lot better, but it wasn't working as well as I expected. And it's because I've got this flipping coil backwards. I'm going to fix this. There we go. I'm going to fix this wire back on. Oh God, I've ripped the whole solder off. The tag and the wire. Oh my God, I hope I can get to the wire. Yeah, I can see the wire. Right, so what I've got to do now is dry the alcohol so I don't smudge all the writing. Then I've got to solder this wire back. I've got to put new silver. Let's get my multimeter on it. I've got to put a new piece of copper tape on there. Let's just check, make sure I've got continuity between this bit of copper and there. Yay, we have! Alright, so it's not so bad. I need some, sorry about the noise on the mic, because the tape's copper tape. I've got to get a new piece of copper tape. Oops. And I'll stick this on here. I need to stick this copper tape underneath that bit of copper that's there because I want to solder to it. So I'm going to put that tape on. Remember, I ripped the other piece off somehow. This is the kind of thing that can happen when you're fighting against glue and things. Now I've got that tape on, I'm going to push that bit of tape that's soldered to the wire over the top, and I have to solder all of that. I'm just going to stick that there a minute, get my soldering iron hot. Water. Oh shit, it squirted everywhere. I hate it when it does that. The rubber is on the fringes, it sticks and then all of a sudden it, oh shit, don't you break. Oh, what's falling on the floor? I lost the core. Right. Soldering iron. Well, my wires ripped. My wires under everything. Hang on a minute. Yeah. I'm just waiting for this to get hot. $130, $150, $60, $70, $80, $190, $203. I want it, once it gets to 260, it'll be great. I don't have it too hot for soldering because it melts the plastic. 270 actually. 270, and we can solder this now. So I'm going to hook it onto that ferrite core so it doesn't move around. Right, that's soldered on. I need the wire off the other. I need this bit of wire. I've got to get the copper tape that's stuck to that wire off here. And I've got it. There's a bit of copper tape that ripped off. Now I want to solder that on here. I'm going to press it into the plastic slightly so it presses the copper in. The copper tape lifted up. Oh, it's bulging a bit. I'm just going to have to press down a bit. There. Right, that's good. Okay, so this is soldered on. Unplug the iron so I don't go and have an accident. No longer plugged in. Stick it over there to let it cool a minute. Right, so now what I've got to do is let's check this a minute. The wires are supposed to be actually, this one is the right way around, it's that one's the wrong way around. So I'll put the cores back in. Let me just make sure that this is, I've got continuity on it. Ah! You twat, this bit of copper, I soldered this copper on there and it's come off. What the hell? How? It's broken off there now. You bugger. What? Just a minute. Oh! Shit. Sorry. Trouble with these flipping magnet rings is they keep pulling at everything. What the heck is wrong with this now? Oh, stop it, thing. Hang on a minute. I'm going to take this coil off a minute. I'm going to have to completely desolder this coil and check it out properly because it's not right. Oh, that other one's come out again. Ah! Stop it! Magnets, stop it. Right. Take this thing off here. Ah! Hang on a minute. I'm going to stick this duster between the two because it's driving me up the wall. Right, that duster will stop it from pulling right across because it's really irritating me. It's when it rips, that's when it pulls and it rips things off. I've got to put my solder iron back on again because there's something not connected now. Right, I'm going to disconnect both ends of this coil and sort that copper strip out properly because it's the wire. Luckily the wire is on the outside on that particular tab. I've got to solder that, put a blob of solder between the, I'm going to pull that wire out a bit and stick it on that tab because what's happened is the tab, the copper strip isn't connected to the wire, the coil wire with 270. I'm going to take this wire off this other end. Ah, my other copper strip's coming off now. You twat, don't you dare. Right, I've got the wire off the other end. Take that one off here. Right, I need to sort this coil out. See the wire. Right, I need to pull that wire. Where's my hook? I've got my pricker thing here, so I need to lift that wire out. Right, I've got the wire out. Now I'm going to, this is the copper wire that goes on the coil. So I'm going to take that hook off the end of the wire, push it back in with my fingernail. I'm going to push it into the copper tape with my soldering iron. Right, we should be connected now, and I'll do a continuity test. Let me just make sure that that's that one. Right, the outside wire is on the top. When I talk about outside wire, I mean the wire on the coil that is running around the outside comes to this top one here, and that's the same with that one, but for some reason I had the yeah, so I want the this green return wire. Oh shit, no, hang on a minute. Let's have a look a minute. That's on the nearest one to the, well, it's on this side I want it to be. That one's the wrong way around. So that one wants to be flipped over, because that is the wrong way around. Don't know how it got like that. Let me just get that right. So that's right now. Right. And right. This one wants to be on the inside. I'll have to stick it on there a minute while I solder it, because it holds it for me. Somebody knocking at my door, hang on a minute. Hang on a sec. Oh, really? I'm live on YouTube at the moment. This is Sainsbury's own brand. Oh, right. But it's 11 quid instead of 20. Isn't it? It's the same fruit. I've had it myself. You won't notice it. Oh, cool, right. Well, I've got what I owe you now. Hey, yeah, that's the idea. No, I thought you'd both could save me 9 quid. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, that's no, I think there's half a percent difference that you will. The other claims to be 17.5%. Right, okay. Well, and it's a whole league, the other one. Yeah. Oh, don't come back. You don't need to know what I've got. See you later, bro. I'll be back with you in a minute. Oh, right. Where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah, I was holding out a wire on. Flicking soldering irons, going back to sleep again. Right, so 207. Let's climb it back up. That's near enough. Ouch, that's bloody hot. You've got to keep this really still while it cools, otherwise it pulls the tape off. I think I'm soldered on now. Well, just to make sure that doesn't rip off again, I'm going to get my super glue. I'm going to get my super glue. I'm going to put a drop of super glue on these soldered. Use my paintbrush to. Oh, sorry about the camera again. I forgot to move the camera back. I'm just going to put this super glue around this soldered tab. And without burning my fingers, grab this cotton wool just to mop off a bit of unwanted super glue. Now I'm hoping that it's sticky because of the glue. I just want to make sure it doesn't get onto the core material. No, it's not. I'll put this over without ripping it off, hopefully. Ugh, I'll do it on my fingers now. I want to flip this over without ripping anything off, because I need to put that wire back on the other end. Flipping so Ryan, going to sleep again already? You know why it's ripped off? Because I had the wires twisted together. The wire was twisted and it wasn't long enough to to give me any slack. Right, I'm going to put super glue on this as well because I don't want it ripping up again. Oh, the paintbrush got stuck to the towel. Right, I'm moving the super glue around this tape so it doesn't come off again. Right. Okay, that's on. I'm going to unplug my soldering iron as well. Okay, so it should be sorted now. I'm going to rotate that around a bit because that wants to be facing in. Because I've got these little slots, I'll show you what I mean. On this, the head assembly going on the other end, I've got these little slots here, where the wire goes. I'm hoping I don't rip any more wires off. I get these back in the slots, these other slots, the guides. Oh, come on. Camera's too low. Alright, got that one on. Got you, right. Now, get this, I'll leave that duster in there a minute because it helps a bit. Get these lined up. Right, take the towel, the duster out. Right. Okay, I think we're about to get. Oh, this isn't lined up properly. Them cores should intersect. Right, well, remember it's upside down right now, so I've got to flip the whole thing over. I hope there's no more wires going to rip off. This one's rotating a bit. Technically it's not really upside down, but it's just that the way I've got all my wires, it just seems to be better the other way up. Let everything down the runners. Our elastic bands want to be back on. Right, where's my elastic bands? What the hell? There we go. I can't wait to get that new core material to make the improvements to the secondary coupling stages and everything. But so that's, which coil is that? That's that one. And that's for that other secondary. They used to be for primaries, those coils, but no. Actually no, they were for the other generator, they were for secondaries. But we'll find out what we get when we get it. This little elastic band wants to be on. Right, there we go. Okay, so all back together. I've got a. Actually, these wires might even be long enough, but I'm going to put some. I'm going to extend these wires of these two secondary coils so I can solder them onto the bridge rectifiers, the full wave rectifiers. So I've got a bit of leeway. Or I can do some more twisted wires like these. I twist these wires and this wire stuff. I use electric drill. I'll spin it and twist it like that. It comes up really good. So yeah, I probably need to do some more of that to make these longer because these are a bit short really. But before I connect them up, I can use some jumper leads. If I've got enough jumper leads, I could connect one of them up to the other rectifier with the jumper lead. I just need 2 leads really for that. Oops, that wire's come off. What the heck? I need to free up some jumper leads anyway. So let's see, where's that going? Is that right? Oh no, I'm pulling wires up everywhere. Well, I'll stick that like that. I suppose I could measure the voltage on these other coils when I switch this thing on again. I don't know if I've got it all wired up because some of these wires are probably going to come off. Down here, I'm probably going to knock some of these off. I'll have to check. Or I'll turn it on and we'll find out, see what goes on. I'm just going to hook this up to my meter. We'll check the AC, see what we're getting. And sorry, the camera's so close to everything, you can't see everything at the moment because it's I'd have to keep moving the camera around and right, I need to go back to my phone at some point. I'll see if I can pull this camera back a bit so we can see a bit more. What the hell is that? Right, my meter's over here. Let's just hang these up here out of the way. all these capacitors for tuning. All these capacitors are on the end of these flipping clip leads for tuning, and it's a flipping, it's like spaghetti junction at the moment. Oops, where's that gone? I don't want it to touch anything and shut out, but it doesn't matter if it does. Just lay it on there. Right. Right, I don't know if this is all hooked up right, because I've got these two to clip on. Just a minute, where's them two wires gone? There's two leads that need to be clipped on. Where the hell have they gone? Oh, they're down here. Right, so these two, the green and the white one, need to be clipped on to this output. Right, what about my other outputs? The pink and the white. They're connected. Red and the black. That's connected. These two are connected. Right, I'm just going to start this up just to see what happens, because this is going to affect the tuning and everything. Oh, my current input's gone up. My output is about the same. It's output is 150 milliamps right now, but my tuning's gone to whack. It's gone to pop. My tuning input current, I don't know if you can see it over here. It's gone right up. It was at 90 milliamps before. You can't even see it, but down here it was at 90 milliamps previously, but now just by adding those extra cores has affected the tuning, so I'm going to have to put my oscilloscope back on. Turn my oscilloscope back on. I haven't got the probe connected, so I want to be clipped onto right. Oh, my output is pretty low, 22 volt. Oh, mind you, the RMS is, yeah, it's because we're under load right now. I need to tune this up to get the current back down again. Tune the frequency in a minute. This is AC volts coming out, so I'm going to stick the meter down here. We haven't connected up the other output coils yet though. Need to move this over a bit. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I'm going to peak this voltage on here while I reduce the input current by tuning. Nope. No, it's out of balance now. Thought I might do it, but adding an extra 2 ferrite cores on each side, it's throwing it out because I haven't got them at the bottom, you see. It's out of balance. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that seems to have reduced the input current. Now I need to peak. Oh, my output current's dropped right down as well. I've got to just the dead time on here, which is a little drag really. I've got to peak my output. Well, I'll keep on my input down. My input's gone right up now. You can see my input current on this, on there. Right, that's peaked my output current, but it's lower than what it used to be, so I might have to swap some wires and retune all this lot down here. There's a wire off though, so that might not be connected. Oh, that other one isn't connected, is it? Hang on, green, where's that going? That other one's not connected. Shit, no wonder. Hang on. Green, red, where's red going? Where it goes. That goes to the yellow, that goes to, oh, this wants to be on here. Let's just retune everything. Try this. I'm looking at the oscilloscope for peaking the waveform right now. Well, my input current's way up. Oh, I just realised this might be really loud on YouTube. I have no idea. The microphone is probably too close. Let me just move it over there. I'm going to adjust my dead time again. Adjust my frequency again. I want to go back to about 2.5 kilohertz as a reference point. Right, I'll adjust my dead time. No, that's crap. It's out of balance. So adding those 2 extra coils, even though they're not even connected up right now, they're not. Let's short one of them and see what happens. Nothing. That's interesting. Nothing happens. I would have expected something to happen by shorting them out. That's weird. We're out of tune, we're out of balance. So it looks like I still have to put 2 extra output coils on the bottom side to bring it all back into balance again. seems to be happy at 3.5 kilohertz, which is interesting because I would have expected it to want a lower frequency with all that extra ferrite on there. Strange. I don't get any output. I don't get any output until I'm around 3.267 kilohertz right now, which is really strange because now it used to light 2.5 kilohertz, but not anymore. Not with that extra ferrite stuff on there. Let's just tune this dead time again. Oh, that's going off. I have reduced the frequency on the dead time. It's about 3 or 6 microseconds at the moment. Right. Seems to be happy at 3.2225 kilohertz right now, but the output is crap. I might actually got my input actuator coils right, I don't know. I might have to swap the polarity around on this end. Let's try with swapping the polarity around on here. Right, let's just take that up there a minute. Oops. Ouch, that's sharp. Where's my pliers? Right, taking that off there. My other coil's hardly doing anything. Hang on a minute. That's worse. Oh, I don't know though. Yeah, there's more that way around. So the polarity stuff is right. Let's see. My other coil is pretty deaf. Let's see, I've got it all wired up right. Red. So that one. Let's just bypass that a minute. This is what I was talking about previously about tuning. It's a real drag to tune this and do a live stream because it can take hours to get tuned up. Just turning this by about one turn, this multi-turn pop makes a huge difference. Likes the back down to 2.6 kilohertz, right. But my input current's gone way up. It likes to be there. 2.68 kilohertz, but my input current's gone way up. Let's just get the dead time line again. You should see that needle across the room, it jumps about like crazy. I can't get it on camera at the moment, but I'm at 100 milliamps, which is crap. I was doing a lot better than that before. Right, well, I've got 100 milliamps over there on these other coils. Let's just short this and see what happens. Holy crap, nothing. The input current hasn't changed. That's weird, I'm not even seeing any sparks. This coil is right next to the actuator coil, and you should be seeing some sparks there. Let's try shorting the other one. Nothing. Doesn't change the waveform on the scope. I'm shorting it and I'm pulsing it and nothing. I don't see any change. That's weird. Let's check this meter. Let me try and get this clip on leads and let me stick them on these other coils and see what output there is. Right, let's just see what AC there is on these. I might need capacitors across them. I have a suspicion it's primarily RF that's coming out of these coils, you know, because of the frequency. I don't believe it. There's hardly anything coming out of these coils now, right next to the actuator coils. They're right next to the actuator coils. That's weird. Let's stick oh shit! I thought that iron was still on, but it's not. Let's stick a 330 nanofarad across these coil with a meter on it and see if we get any juice then, because sometimes you have to put a capacitor. Oops, that's come off again. Sometimes you have to put a capacitor to see any usable AC actually, because it has to be converted back into RMS, because sharp pulses don't really get picked up. Look at that, I don't believe it. This coil is right next to the actuator coil. It's right sat next to it, and when I put it on here, look, and it's not showing anything. Isn't that interesting? Because the actual output coils are way over here and they're actually picking up power. That's weird. Let me just make sure I've got continuity on them coils, because there's something not right here. I'm going to put on DC, oops, put the meter on DC ohms. Right. And see if I've actually, got a connection on these. Oh, there's no connection. What the hell? Have I blown something? Have I blown a fuse or something? Oh, has that wire come off? Is that why I'm not getting anything? There should be a reading on here. Ah. There is power there, it's just they've got flipping enamel on it. Shit. Ah, it's no wonder. Right, put this back onto... I'm just going to scrape this. It looked like there's no enamel on it, but there is some enamel. I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, it might be some glue or something on the end of the wire, I don't know. Let's just burn the wire a minute. Right, should have got rid of all that enamel off there now. I was pretty sure there was no enamel on there. This is the wrong sandpaper. Where's the other stuff? There it is. Right, let's see if we get anything now. My probe's hooked onto my pants now. Right, let's see if we get any juice now. Oh, God, stay on with you. I'm going to bend that wire over to thicken it out a bit because I keep unhooking it, so. Oh, now we've got some voltage. Oh, it's gone over the limit. Right, we've got 22 volts. Let's put a capacitor across it. My input current is way up at the moment for some reason. I'll have to tune it again. Right, putting a capacitor across it. Brings the voltage down, but we'll get better RMS. My input current is current limited right now, so. Right, let me just. But the input current is not changing because I'm on the current limiting. So let's just short this out. Shorting it out does absolutely nothing on the input side. Mind you, we're limited still, so can't really tell. I need to get the frequency right. Ah, right, we've just come out of current limiting. Good, let's short it and see what happens. No difference. I'm shorting this out. Oh, now it's going up on the input. Right. The output on the other coils is only dipping about 20 milliamps or something. Right. So anyway, as I said, this is just an ad hoc test to see what happens when I put two coils on the top of the actuator coils, and as we can see, it doesn't really give me any benefit. It's more detrimental, if anything. it really messes up the tuning and everything. Because it's got to be in balance. The whole system's got to be balanced, and having two coils up there, I'll probably take them out again because I don't think they don't really seem to help much. I had them connected before, was it on here? I think so. So yeah, it goes to show that having those coils right next to the actuator coils doesn't really give me any gain. I can take them out easy enough because I just have to lift the top section out and pull them out. It's fairly easy to do that, but I wanted to do a quick test on that. But they have to be balanced anyway. I mean, if I had two secondary coils next to the actuator coils on the bottom as well, then basically what I'd have to do is I have to load both sides down equally. So actually it might just be because of the ferrite material, it might be the paths, because the paths are unequal. It makes a lot of difference on my input current though, just by having them in there, just the ferrites, even though these coils aren't connected to anything, it's caused my input current to go way up. Because it's no longer balanced, which shows the difference you can get just by having extra material between this top section here and the bottom section. It shows you how you can balance this thing out, which tells me, in theory, that I could actually tune this thing to have even less input current if I had a way of attenuating the amount of core material, like a slug, a tunable slug of some kind that I could put in there on one side or the other side to equalise the core material, the resonant field. Yeah. So anyway, I think this live stream's been going on for too long already. If I move these out of the way, oh, this isn't even connected. There's no wonder it's not working right. This is supposed to be. There's no wonder it's not working right. There's my capacitors aren't even hooked up right. I'm supposed to have a capacitor across these coils. Let me just check something. That wasn't clicked on. These two are for the output stage. Where's my other input capacitors? Where the hell are they? Let's just retune it again, because then that's better. My input current's gone right down to 50 milliamps. Look, 50 milliamps now. And my output, that's dropped off. I need to retune the dead time. I'm just tuning output. Going back to 2.5 kilohertz because I've messed someone up. Oh, where the hell is that other capacitor gone? Network. there was a capacitor on the let's see. Is it between? Is it this one? Like at 2.5 kilohertz. I'm having to retune everything because I lost something somewhere. That's the green one. Let's connect that to white, yellow, like that. Hang on a minute. Oh, my input current just shut down. That's better. My output current is back up again, but not much. Right, I've got my input current back to 90 milliamps, but my output is kind of crappy right now. My AC is back at 10.25 volts AC. Put this back on that capacitor in a minute. That's worse. Well, that's definitely made it different anyway. Obviously there's a lot of fiddling about to do, but I'm not going to bore you all with this live stream lasting forever and ever, never, because it probably would do. At least I can get my soldering iron out of the way for now. ouch, chopped finger there. Right, so I'm going to go offline again because this is going to take a lot of messing about, but it's interesting to fight about with it a bit more. I'll probably put some cores and some coils at the bottom as well, which is why I've left room for that. If I can do that more carefully without ripping everything apart and pulling more wires off, I'll probably do it off air without the live stream, because I want to balance it out, you see. I want to get equal, so the same amount of core material at the top as there is at the bottom, or I should say same amount of core material at the bottom as I've currently got at the top. I'm saying things backwards here. And then it might bring everything back into equilibrium, balance again. And it's, if you remember, I've glued them in a bit, so I've got to soak the bottom with some alcohol to remove the glue. And if I do this slower, I tend to rush things when I'm on live stream, because I'm trying to minimise the amount of dead time, if you know what I mean, when people are just waiting for things to happen, you know. So yeah, I'm going to end the stream now. I just wish me luck, but my output current is pretty crap right now. I mean, it should be around. Well, at the moment, the meter's showing has got about 100 milliamps. I'm on the 500 milliamp scale. We're at about 100 milliamps, but this particular voltage at the moment, we're at about RMS. We're at about 10/42. We should be a bit higher than that. We should be at 130, 140 milliamps. But the output, I haven't measured the output current on these other coils. But let's just short it while I've got it tuned in where it is again. So, well, my input current goes up. You can see it on the meter down here. It's at 90 milliamps there. When I short this out, it goes up to 100 milliamps, so that's definitely no good, because when I short the out, because having secondaries right next to the actuator coils is no good, because it actually creates more current on the input. As I say, having a balance system where the output coils are up here, when I short the coils there, it equalises, it balances it all out, so we don't see a change. We actually see a reduction in current consumption when I short these up here. So see if that's still true if I put my short these two up here. Yeah, if you watch the meter down there, when I short these output coils that are up here and down at the bottom, we see a reduction in current down to 70 milliamps. It's dropped to 70, so actually having the coils up here, shorting them out, we see a reduction, whereas the coils right next to the actuator coils, we short them out and we see an increase, so that's no good, is it? Let's just see if I can short these two out as well. I don't think there's enamel on these, but I'm using my knife anyway. Right, yeah, that goes up as well. Look, 100 milliamps. Look, so I short the coil out and these other secondaries out. Yeah, the current goes up. So that's no good, because it's going against what we want. We want less current consumption when we're actually loading it down. So yeah, that just goes to prove that having those secondaries right next to the actuator coils is detrimental. It's a negative impact on the system. So yeah, so we'll see.